My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of the 1995 movie Mortal Kombat. And if you ask most people what is the best video game movie ever, most would say this movie. And people talk about how it's campy and cheesy and fun in the best way possible. So when I first watched it, I thought I was going to love this movie. Like it sounded right up my alley. And keep in mind, I'm someone who really likes Batman and Robin. And when I watched it, I thought it kinda actually sucked. But I just gave it another shot, and yeah, I'm not big on this movie at all. But let's begin by talking about the cast. And Robin Shou, I think, gives a fine performance. Nothing special, but he's better than others. Lyndon Ashby, I thought, was so incredibly flat and uninteresting. Bridget Wilson, I think, looks good here, but I think her performance just lacked any bit of personality. Christopher Lambert, I thought, did a bad job. Cary-Hiroyuki, I thought, was rather bland. And Talisa Cito did nothing for me either. So, one big issue right off the bat is I think this cast and these characters suck. They do nothing for me. But the best part of this movie is the production design. There is some incredibly well-crafted sets, and at times I was very impressed with this movie. There is some fun, cheesy moments, like I actually enjoy the Scorpion fight scene and the Sub-Zero fight scene, but there's just not enough, and I guess the big issue is I find this movie to be boring. It just feels very dry, very muted, and I wish it had more personality and life. Like, I enjoy it whenever the movie is Mortal Kombat and then that over the top retro music starts playing. That is great, but I don't actually think that fits the tone of this movie. Not the tone of the story, not the tone of the characters. It's rather flat. And it actually kind of reminds me of a movie that I like much more than this one, called Dead or Alive. That movie is stupid. It is schlock, but it is cheesy fun that knows what it is. And this movie just doesn't. It seems to take itself too seriously despite being very stupid. I mentioned Batman and Robin earlier, and say what you will, but that movie knows what it is, and it works because of that. And I also thought this movie relied on CGI way too much during a time where the quality just wasn't there. The CGI looks really bad and it's distracting, and not in a cheesy fun kind of way, in a this looks like shit kind of way. I wish this movie relied on practical effects way more. So even though this movie does have its moments and I love the production design and the premise has potential, I just think this movie is flat and nowhere near as fun as it should be. So I'm giving Mortal Kombat a 4 out of 10. Okay, have you seen Mortal Kombat? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.